sky is blue. You're here, I'm here. Yeah, trees are eating up the CO2 and growing fine. And our water is clean. How about our native cousins? And that's why it's a good day. For some of us anyways. Except for the poor folks drinking mercury and feces, bacteria and E. coli. Because the government put their sewage waste treatment upstream for where they suck in their drinking water. You have to plan that. That cannot be, no, there's no such thing as an engineer. You know, there's an old saying about engineers. Well, it should be good, eh? What could go wrong? Okay, there's no way that engineers could do that by accident to these poor folks. There's just absolutely no way. That's a plan. That's planned destruction. Probably handed down by the UN to make sure that our native cousins are kept as low in poverty and have all the troubles they can have by design to keep our nation divided, you know, to make sure that the fiddle doesn't meet the drum anymore and we can't come together as a great and wonderful nation. So why I was doing this one, you know, I had a thought when I turned this on before I go up to get my energy to keep my wonderful family warm this winter. I blanked, but you know, there's just so much going on, guys. We have a lot of traitors in public office, public servants. Oh yeah, I was going to go on about, speaking of traitors, I was going to go on about the man I address as Justin. And his blackface. See this child man, that's what he is. To me, that's my expressed opinion. This man-child, he's never had to really fend for himself. He's never really had to put his, you know, ass on the line for anything. He's just, you know, he's just a womanizer, and you know, likes to play in tomfoolery. And you know, I don't know, was he on Weinstein's Island too? I've heard rumor, but I wouldn't be surprised. We're about to lose a nation, and we're about to go into absolute poverty. We're going to have a food shortage. We're going to have an energy shortage, all created by our public servants that are selling us down the pipe. And if we don't vote People's Party, then I don't think we really have much of a chance as a nation after this. I think we're pretty much done. I mean, there's a circle, an elite society within Ottawa that basically runs our nation into the ground, that separates this nation, that uses the differences of mankind within this nation to separate us and point out our differences. And you know, it's funny how they'll point out crimes of previous public servants, previous governments on this land, and then blame it on the people, which is wrong. You know, Trudeau, I didn't see any brown face in any picture. I only saw black face. Trudeau's a hypocrite. That's the bottom line. He's a man-child. That's the bottom line. He doesn't need this job. He can just jet set around, and I believe that he is here just to sell us down, you know, through Agenda 21. And there's Agenda 2030. So 2021, 2030. He's just there to sell us down the pike. He's breaking all the rules that we have set up for a free and open society. He's breaking all the rules that we have set up so that the his boss, the public, okay, the people of this land, of this nation, you know, that he is to answer to us for, and he thinks he just runs the joint, and he's not worried or scared of anyone, and he will use crown immunity, I'm sure, you know, and probably use, you know, our wealth to protect himself if he does end up in court. And we'll see if he ends up in court. Yeah, it's disgusting. Every one of us has a right, and we all have a right to express our opinion freely. No free speech, no free country. No energy, no wealth. It's as simple as that. They're feeding our children lies, a huge propaganda on our children, on our kids through the corporate ground schools about the lies of CO2, climate change, and global warming. If you go, I believe it's on the PPC website, if you go there, there's a bit of a lecture, and it's an Australian woman coming out showing how they started this agenda using the environment to basically turn the world into a one world police state, taking everybody's you know, inalienable, natural, inherent, intrinsic rights and fundamental rights away from each one. Because you notice only the classes of persons, you know, through their registered corporate societies seem to have any kind of rights, but you're all privileged, you know. So, yeah, blackface. All right. Now, here's one thing that really stood out to me. So we got this part-time drama teacher, man-child, that likes to, obviously, you know, is a seducer of women for sure, probably men and women by the looks of it, to me, my opinion. And so we got this guy, and so he gets caught. He says, "Oh, I was doing a play, or it was a social event to a play with the, what was it? The party was, you know, Aladdin theme or whatever." Okay, sure, fine. Well, if that was the absolute truth, then what the hell are you apologizing about? What the hell are you apologizing about? I mean, if it was your fellow man, and I was a part-time drama teacher and a bad actor, and somebody came to me and said, "Hey, you know," and pointed out, "Hey, look at you, boom, 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 3 black faces." I said, "Yeah, well, yeah, I'm an actor. I might be a bad actor. I might be a treasonous bad actor to this nation, but I'm an actor, and I was acting, man. I was getting into what's to apologize for? Except for, and this is quite Canadian, another part of our culture, okay? Look, you know, I was an actor, I was studying to be an actor, I was a part-time drama teacher before I got thrown out for being, you know, whatever. I can't say definite, but, you know, you can tell by the guy's actions, but, you know, I'm a bad actor, I was part-time drama teacher, guys. I've always aspired to be an actor, and if I offended anybody, please forgive me. That, folks, is common law. That, folks, is genuine. All right, just down there, little kid. Well, I'm really sorry. I didn't know any better at the time. What? Over and over and over again. You're a hypocrite, man, boy, whatever you are, man, child. You're a hypocrite. So they're after guns. Somebody broke in my house the other night. I woke up at 2 in the morning. Someone was in my house. I almost caught him too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And my custom, it's not the way of our people to phone the cops. Besides that, I'm way out in the country, and you know, I don't know. Cops probably 2 days away. Cops are great for little old ladies. You know, helping in emergencies like an accident or something, you know, that kind of thing. Children, you know, protecting children, You know, like investigating the Highway of Tears to find out who's killing all those young ladies. That's a disgrace. So anyways, yeah, no, if you come back, if I catch you, you'll be dealing with me. Yeah. So they want to get rid of our guns. Ha! Again, still. You know, that's always their mandate, always their mandate. They fill the nation with just anybody willy-nilly who does wish to come in. You've got young folks running around with no value to life. They want to make a rap video, so they go shoot up and kill innocent people and shoot up an apartment building. Well, this never used to happen. I remember this nation where everybody had a gun and nobody really needed one. And now they place everybody in fear, saying, well, you don't have a right to protect property. You don't have a right to protect yourself. If you do anything, you will be charged. You know what? I would rather save the lives of my disabled son and my wife from a trespass home invader. Who knows what their intent is? I'm certainly not going to ask them. No, you're in my house in the middle of the night. I'm gonna act first, and if you're still around, I'll ask questions later. I really don't give a shit what the legal society says about it. I have a right. I have a right to protect my domestic jurisdiction. I have a right to protect my property, and that includes my son and my wife. They have a right to expect their property to protect them. That would be me. I, the one. Anyways, I'm giving Max a chance. I'd sure like to see this nation backtrack a bit, back to some kind of normality, and then go back to fixing the problems that these elitists that have operated as so-called public servants have created on this land. Like the division. We need to heal as a nation so that we can come up together. The longer outfits like that Communist Broadcasting Corporation, that Crown Corporation, as long as they keep feeding people division, I don't see how we're going to come to a place of healing. You know, why can't we have a drum circle in this nation and within this nation and heal the past, and the healing of the past would be our inaction, like some of us, our forefathers' inaction to help protect and stand up for our brothers and sisters within the Native community, and that's our biggest crime, inaction. For evil to reign, all it takes is one good man to do nothing. And when I say man, I mean mankind. We're all guilty. So if we could come together, back together as a nation, and start a healing process, maybe keep the legal society in check, because all they do is divide people and create a bunch of whiners, and you owe me this, no, come together and say, look, here's the mistake of the past. We allowed the government to go tyranny on those of mankind within this nation, and that tyranny and that fascism that they did to these folks needs to stop. Okay, we are allowing them to not vet new folks coming in within our nation, on this land, without vetting, so that they can start throwing rocks and bricks at our kids after they've had the welcome mat and the welcome wagon from the people of this land. And I believe, because not all cultures are the same, and not all cultures get along, and so you're taking, you're just allowing people unvetted to come in from another society where they believe that beating their wives or honor killings or throwing bricks at our children is okay where they come from. Well, it's not okay here. And the legal society has people in fear to stand up and say something, because the state media that's bought and paid for by the legal society, by virtue of our public servants, these elite class of persons that claim to own and operate this nation and this land, are doing this on purpose to divide us. And so everybody's living in fear now. We are all now, almost all of us are living in fear, unless you fit that UN agenda. The ones being supplied funds through special interest groups to cause trouble and cause havoc, they have no fear, because they are the puppets of this UN and these traitorous public servants operating on this land. And so we need to switch it up. I'm voting PPC. I could care less about Trudeau's bad acting. Did you guys see the one where he looked like he stuffed a sausage in his pants? Hey, that would really get him into the part, eh? We have a child king. All the blessings to everyone.